Ever felt like you were destined for something extraordinary? Like there's a hidden superpower just waiting to burst out of you? Well, buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey of self-discovery that might just change your life. Today, we're diving into the 9 signs that you might be the chosen one. And no, we're not talking about wielding lightsabers or getting your acceptance letter to Hogwarts, though how cool would that be? Imagine for a moment, you're going about your day, maybe sipping on that overpriced latte, when suddenly you get this feeling. It's like a whisper in your soul, a tug at your very being, telling you that you're meant for something more. Sound familiar? Well, my friend, you might just be onto something. Now, before you start trying to move objects with your mind or practicing your superhero landing, let's get one thing straight. Being the chosen one isn't about having flashy powers or a cool costume. It's about tapping into that extraordinary potential that's been hiding inside you all along. It's about recognizing those unique qualities that set you apart and using them to make a real difference in the world. But here's the million-dollar question. How do you know if you're really the chosen one? Well, that's exactly what we're here to uncover. We've got 9 telltale signs that might just confirm your suspicions. And trust me, some of these might surprise you. They're not what you'd expect, but that's the thing about being chosen. It rarely looks the way we think it should. So, are you ready to unlock the secrets of your hidden potential? To discover if you're truly destined for greatness? Then let's dive in and explore the first sign that you might be the chosen one. Trust me, it's not what you're expecting, but it just might change the way you see yourself forever. 1. You're authentic. Picture this. You're at a party, surrounded by people laughing at jokes that aren't funny, nodding along to opinions they don't really agree with. But there you are, in the corner, feeling like you're wearing someone else's skin. Sound familiar? If so, you might just have the first sign of being the chosen one. Authenticity. Think about it. When was the last time you felt comfortable pretending to be someone you're not? If the mere thought makes you cringe harder than watching your parents try to dab, congratulations. You've got an authenticity radar that would put even Pinocchio to shame. But here's the kicker. This isn't just about being true to yourself. It's like you've got a built-in fakery detector. You can sniff out phonies faster than a bloodhound on a ham sandwich. Whether it's the office brown-noser or that one friend who's always living their best life on Instagram, spoiler alert, they're not. Your BS meter goes off the charts. Now you might be thinking, great, so I'm just really judgmental? Not at all. This superpower of yours isn't about bringing others down. It's about elevating authenticity in a world that often rewards conformity. And let me tell you, that's no small feat. So, the next time you feel out of place because you can't bring yourself to fake a laugh or swallow your true opinions, remember, that's not a weakness. It's a sign that you might just be destined for something greater. After all, every great leader, innovator, and world changer started by being unapologetically themselves. 2. You thirst for more. Ever feel like you're a cheetah stuck in a hamster wheel? Like there's an itch in your soul that the 9-to-5 grind just can't scratch? Well, my friend, you might just have the second sign of being the chosen one, an insatiable thirst for more. Let's face it, for some people, the daily routine of wake up, work, eat, sleep, repeat is as comforting as a warm blanket. But for you, it feels more like a straitjacket. You're not wired for the average, the predictable, the just-fit-in life. No, you see the world as a giant playground, bursting with possibilities that most people don't even dare to imagine. Remember that scene in The Matrix where Neo sees the code of reality for the first time? That's you, every day, seeing beyond the veil of the ordinary. You're not content with just accepting things as they are. You want to know why, how, and most importantly, what if? This thirst for more isn't just about wanting a bigger paycheck or a fancier title. It's a deep-seated desire for meaning, for purpose, for adventure. It's about looking at the status quo and thinking, there's gotta be more to life than this. And you know what? You're right. History is filled with people who weren't satisfied with the way things were. Think about Einstein, daydreaming his way to the theory of relativity, or Martin Luther King Jr., dreaming of a better world and then working tirelessly to make it a reality. These weren't people who were content with the ordinary. They thirsted for more, just like you. So the next time someone tells you to be realistic or settle down, remember, your desire for more isn't a flaw. It's a feature. It's the universe whispering in your ear, urging you to push boundaries, explore new frontiers, and maybe, just maybe, change the world. 3. You're passing through a lot. Ever feel like the universe has a personal vendetta against you? Like you're the cosmic punching bag in some celestial boxing match? Well, hold on to your hat, because we're about to explore the third sign of being the chosen one. You're passing through a lot. Now, I know what you're thinking. Great. So being the chosen one means my life is just one big struggle? Not exactly. Think of it more like you're the protagonist in an epic movie. You know how the hero always faces seemingly insurmountable challenges before their big triumph? That's you, my friend. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Remember that time everything seemed to go wrong at once? Your car broke down, your relationship hit the rocks, and your boss decided to channel their inner Gordon Ramsay? While everyone else was smooth sailing, you were caught in a perfect storm. But here's the thing. You made it through. And not just that. You came out stronger, wiser, and with a killer story to tell at parties. These challenges aren't just random bad luck. They're your training ground, sculpting you into the hero you're meant to be. It's like the universe is your personal gym trainer, constantly upping the weights to build your spiritual muscles. Sure, it might feel like you're being pushed to your limits, but that's where the magic happens. But here's the real kicker. Your struggles aren't just about you. By navigating your own storms, you're gaining the wisdom and empathy to guide others through theirs. Ever noticed how people seem to gravitate towards you for advice or comfort? That's no coincidence. You're becoming a beacon of hope, a living, breathing testament to resilience. So, the next time life throws you a curveball, or 10, remember, this isn't punishment. It's preparation. Every challenge you face, every obstacle you overcome is shaping you into the extraordinary person you're meant to be. And trust me, the world needs more extraordinary people. 4. You seek the truth. Remember that kid in class who always had their hand up, pestering the teacher with endless "but why" questions? Well, if you were that kid, or still are that kid at heart, congratulations. You've just stumbled upon the fourth sign of being the chosen one. You're a relentless seeker of truth. Now, I'm not talking about the kind of truth-seeking that has you donning a tinfoil hat and chasing conspiracy theories. No, this is about a deep-seated, almost primal need to understand the world around you and your place in it. It's like you've got an internal compass that's always pointing towards the real deal, even when everyone else seems content with the surface-level explanation. Think about it. When was the last time you accepted something at face value without digging deeper? If you're anything like our typical chosen one, the answer is probably never. You're the person who reads between the lines, who looks for the story behind the story. You're not satisfied with, "because I said so," or "that's just the way it is." You want to know why, how, and what it all means. This truth-seeking nature isn't just about being nosy or contrarian. It's about a genuine desire to understand the fundamental nature of reality. You're like a modern-day Socrates, walking around asking uncomfortable questions and making people question their assumptions. And let's be honest, it probably gets you into trouble sometimes, doesn't it? But here's the thing. This insatiable curiosity is a superpower. In a world of fake news, echo chambers, and surface-level thinking, your desire to dig deeper is more valuable than ever. You're not content to be a passive consumer of information. You're an active seeker of wisdom, and that makes you dangerous, in the best possible way. So, the next time someone tells you to stop asking questions or to just accept things as they are, remember, your curiosity isn't a flaw. It's a gift. It's the mark of someone who's not content to sleepwalk through life, but who wants to be fully awake and engaged with the world around them. 5. You're the black sheep. Ever felt like you were accidentally dropped off at the wrong family? Like you're the odd sock in the laundry basket of life? Well, my quirky friend, you might just be experiencing the 5th sign of being the chosen one. You're the black sheep. Picture this. It's Thanksgiving dinner. Everyone's nodding along to Uncle Bob's political rants, but you're sitting there, biting your tongue so hard you can taste pennies. Or maybe you're the artist in a family of accountants, the free spirit in a clan of traditionalists. If this sounds familiar, welcome to the club of cosmic misfits. Being the black sheep isn't about rebellion for rebellion's sake. It's about marching to the beat of your own drum, even when the rest of the world is doing the cha-cha slide. It's about having the courage to be different in a world that often rewards conformity. Now, I know what you're thinking. Great, so being the chosen one means I'm destined to be the family weirdo? Not exactly. Think of it more like you're the splash of color in a world of beige. You're the one asking, why not? When everyone else is saying, because that's how it's always been done. This uniqueness isn't just about being different for the sake of it. It's about seeing the world through a different lens, bringing fresh perspectives to old problems. Remember, every great innovator, every world changer, started out as the odd one out. Steve Jobs was a college dropout who went on to revolutionize technology. Frida Kahlo challenged beauty standards and became an icon. Being different isn't a flaw, it's your superpower. But here's the real kicker. Your black sheep status isn't just about you. Your willingness to be different, to challenge the status quo, creates space for others to do the same. You're like a cosmic permission slip, showing the world that it's okay to be authentically you. So, the next time you feel out of place or misunderstood, remember, your uniqueness isn't a burden, it's a gift. You're not weird, you're wonderfully you. And the world needs more of that. 6. You have a good heart. All right, let's get real for a moment. Have you ever been called too nice like it's some kind of character flaw? Do you find yourself going out of your way to help others, even when there's nothing in it for you? Well, congratulations. You might just be experiencing the 6th sign of being the chosen one. You have a heart of gold. Now, I'm not talking about the kind of niceness that's just a mask for people-pleasing. No, this is about genuine kindness, the type that comes from a place so deep within you that you couldn't turn it off if you tried. It's like you've got an internal fountain of goodwill, constantly bubbling up and spilling over onto everyone around you. Think about it. When was the last time you walked past someone in need without feeling a tug to help? If you're anything like our typical chosen one, the answer is probably never. You're the person who stops to help a stranger change a tire, who remembers everyone's birthdays, who always has a shoulder to cry on or an ear to listen. But here's the thing. In a world that often seems to reward selfishness and cynicism, your kindness might sometimes feel like a weakness. Maybe you've been taken advantage of, or had your good nature mistaken for naivety. But let me tell you a secret. Your kindness isn't a flaw. It's your superpower. You see, being kind in a world that isn't always kind takes a special kind of strength. It's easy to be nice when everything's going your way. But to maintain that goodness in the face of adversity, that's heroic. You're like a real-life superhero, armed with compassion instead of a cape. And here's the real kicker. Your kindness isn't just about making others feel good, although that's a pretty awesome side effect. It's about changing the world, one small act at a time. Every time you choose kindness, you're sending out ripples of goodness into the universe. You never know how far those ripples might travel, or whose life they might touch. So, the next time someone tells you you're too nice or that you need to toughen up, remember, your good heart isn't a weakness. It's a strength. In a world that can sometimes feel dark and cold, you're a beacon of warmth and light, and trust me, the world needs more of that. 7. You have an inner knowing. Have you ever had a gut feeling so strong it was like the universe was shouting at you through a megaphone? Or maybe you've experienced déjà vu so intense it felt like you were living in a glitch in the Matrix. Well, hold on to your crystals, folks, because we're diving into the 7th sign of being the chosen one. You have an inner knowing that defies logic. Now, I'm not talking about being psychic or having a crystal ball hidden in your closet, although if you do, that's pretty cool. This is about having an intuition so sharp it could cut through steel. It's like you've got a direct hotline to the cosmos, receiving messages that others can't even hear. Think back to a time when you just knew something was going to happen before it did. Maybe you had a dream that came true, or you suddenly thought of an old friend right before they called. These aren't just coincidences, my friend. They're signs that you're tapped into something bigger than yourself. But here's the catch. This inner knowing doesn't always make sense. In fact, it often flies in the face of logic and reason. It's the voice that tells you to take the job that pays less but feels right, or to trust someone despite all evidence to the contrary. And let me tell you, following that voice can feel like jumping off a cliff and trusting that you'll grow wings on the way down. This inner knowing isn't just about predicting the future or making decisions, though. It's about understanding the deeper currents of life, the invisible threads that connect us all. You might find yourself understanding people's motivations before they do, or sensing the mood of a room the moment you walk in. It's like you're reading a book that no one else can see. Now, I know what you're thinking. Great, so I'm basically a human mood ring? Not quite. This inner knowing is your compass in the chaos of life. It's guiding you towards your true path, even when that path looks more like a tangled jungle than a clear road. So, the next time you get one of those inexplicable feelings or sudden flashes of insight, pay attention. Your inner knowing isn't just random brain static. It's the universe whispering its secrets directly to you. And who knows? Following that inner voice might just lead you to exactly where you need to be. 8. People dislike you. All right, let's address the elephant in the room. Have you ever walked into a place and felt the temperature drop faster than a penguin's toes? Or maybe you've noticed that some people seem to have an allergic reaction to your very existence. Well, don't pack your bags for the nearest hermit cave just yet, because we're diving into the 8th sign of being the chosen one. People dislike you for no apparent reason. Now, before you start questioning every social interaction you've ever had, let's get one thing straight. We're not talking about being universally disliked. You're not a supervillain. Unless you are, in which case, please reconsider your career choices. No, this is about a specific kind of dislike that seems to come out of nowhere, especially from people who don't even know you. Think about it. Have you ever met someone and immediately felt their hackles rise, even though you were being your usual charming self? Or maybe you've noticed that certain people seem to go out of their way to criticize or undermine you, even when you're just minding your own business. If this sounds familiar, congratulations. You might just be too bright for some people's comfort. You see, as a chosen one, you've got this inner light that shines pretty darn bright. And while some people are drawn to that light like moths to a flame, others react like vampires at a garlic festival. It's not that you're doing anything wrong. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Your authenticity, your kindness, your passion for life. All these things can be downright intimidating to people who are used to operating in the shadows of mediocrity. Here's the thing. Your light doesn't just illuminate you. It illuminates everything around you, including the parts of others that they'd rather keep hidden. Your confidence might make someone else confront their insecurities. Your integrity might make someone else uncomfortable with their own compromises. Your joy might remind someone else of their own unhappiness. And sometimes, It's easier for people to dislike the mirror than to face what it reflects. But here's the kicker. This dislike isn't actually about you. It's about them. It's about their fears, their insecurities, their unresolved issues. You're just the unwitting catalyst that brings these things to the surface. Now, I know what you're thinking. Great. So being the chosen one means I'm destined to be a social pariah? Not at all. For every person who inexplicably dislikes you, there are others who are drawn to your light like bees to honey. These are your people, the ones who appreciate your uniqueness, who are inspired by your authenticity, who bask in the warmth of your spirit. So, the next time you feel that unexplained chill from someone, remember, it's not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of their journey. Your job isn't to dim your light to make others comfortable. It's to shine even brighter, lighting the way for those who are ready to step out of the shadows. 9. You believe in a much higher power. All right, cosmic explorers, we've reached the final frontier, the ninth and ultimate sign that you might be the chosen one. And let me tell you, it's a doozy. Have you ever gazed up at the stars and felt not just awe, but a deep, unshakable connection? Like you're not just looking at the universe, but the universe is looking right back at you? Well, strap in, because we're diving into the realm of higher power and your place in the grand cosmic dance. Now, before you start picturing yourself as some kind of celestial puppet, let's get one thing straight. This isn't about being controlled by some unseen force. It's about feeling deeply, profoundly connected to something greater than yourself. It's like you've got a backstage pass to the greatest show in the universe, and you're starting to understand your role in the production. Think about those moments when you've felt an inexplicable sense of guidance or protection. Maybe you've narrowly avoided disaster in a way that seems too coincidental to be, well, coincidental. Or perhaps you've felt a sudden surge of strength or clarity just when you needed it most. These aren't just random occurrences, my friend. They're cosmic high fives, reminders that you're part of something bigger. But here's the thing. This connection to a higher power isn't just about feeling special or protected. It comes with a deep sense of responsibility. You might find yourself drawn to causes bigger than yourself, feeling compelled to make a difference in the world. It's like you've been given a cosmic mission, and even if you don't know exactly what it is yet, you can feel its weight and importance. This belief in a higher power often manifests as a profound respect for life in all its forms. You might find yourself feeling deeply connected to nature, or experiencing moments of unity with all living things. It's like you can see the invisible threads that connect us all, and you understand that every action, every choice, ripples out into the universe in ways we can't always see. Now, I know what you're thinking. Great, so I'm basically a walking, talking, New Age cliché? Not quite. This connection to something greater isn't about floating away on a cloud of cosmic bliss. It's about being grounded in a deeper understanding of reality. It's about recognizing your place in the grand tapestry of existence and stepping up to play your part. So, the next time you feel that inexplicable connection to something greater, pay attention. It's not just your imagination running wild, it's the universe reminding you of who you are and why you're here. You're not just a passive observer in this cosmic drama. You're a key player, a light worker, a chosen one. And there you have it, folks. The 9 signs that you might be the chosen one. From your unyielding authenticity to your connection with higher powers, these signs paint a picture of someone who's not just passing through life, but actively engaging with it on a deeper level. But here's the real secret. Being the chosen one isn't about having magical powers or a grand destiny handed to you on a silver platter. It's about choosing to step into your power, to embrace your uniqueness, to shine your light even when it's hard. It's about recognizing the extraordinary within you and using it to make the world a little bit better. So, whether you resonated with one of these signs or all of them, remember, you have the power to choose your own destiny. You have the ability to make a difference, to spread light, to be the hero of your own story. The question is, are you ready to accept the call? As we wrap up this cosmic journey of self-discovery, I want you to take a moment. Reflect on these signs, on your own experiences, on the unique gifts you bring to the world. And then, I want you to ask yourself one question. If you are indeed the chosen one, what will you choose to do with that power? The universe is waiting for your answer. Are you ready to give it?